Good morning, students. Today we are going to take through GET Prarna about industrial engineering. Okay, so we are conducting this class under the scheme of AICT Prarna. Okay, so this one subject is industrial engineering. I am Dr. Manivandan J. Okay. Uh, okay, let us start. Here, I have taken some of the classes. First question, which one of the following is not a decision taken? Which one of the following is not a decision taken during the aggregate production planning stage? Okay, which of the following is not a decision taken during the aggregate production planning stage? A. Scheduling of machines. B. Amount of labor to be committed. Then C. Rate at which production should happen. Inventory to be carried out. So among these four, which one is not a decision during the APP? That is nothing but aggregate production planning stage. So here, the amount of labor to be committed is not a decision taken. Okay, scheduling of machines, rate at which production should happen, inventory to be carried out forward. These are all the decision taken during the aggregate production planning. Okay, so the answer is amount of labor to be committed. B is the answer. B is not the decision taken during the aggregate production planning. Then 2 marks. This question is asked in the year 2012. For a particular project, 8 activities are to be carried out. Okay, their relationship with other activities and the expected durations are mentioned in the table below. Here, some of the activities are given. Then here, some of the predecessors given, duration is given. Okay, what is the question is, what is the critical path of the project? What is the critical path of the project? Well, what is the meaning of critical path of that? That is the longest path for the duration. Okay, the longest time taken during the project. That is the critical path. Okay. Okay. We will straight away go to the answer 11.2. Okay. Now we are here. We have come to the answer area. Okay. So, listen. This is the critical path. Activity A, B, A, B. Okay. Here A, C. So, if you take for path A, B, E, G, H, then the duration takes 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6, 17 days, 16 days, 18 days. So, which one is the longest path? ADFH is the longest path. Okay. So, this ADFH is nothing but that is the critical path. Okay. Here, question number one mark. Car arrive at a service station according to Poisson distribution. Okay, cars arrive at a service station according to Poisson's distribution with a mean rate of 5 per hour. Okay, cars arrive at a service station according to Poisson distribution with a mean rate of 5 per hour. The service time per exponential method with a mean of 10 minutes. So arrival is nothing but Poisson distribution. Service service is nothing but exponential smoothing. So the service time per car is exponential with a mean of 10 minutes. At steady state, the average waiting time in the queue. Okay, at steady state, the average waiting time in the queue For this, there is a formula there. Okay. 11.4. This is the formula. Lambda is nothing but arrival rate. Lambda is equal to 5 per hour. Mu is equal to 60 per minute is given. Okay. So now I convert into hour. 60 by 10. So 6 per hour. So average waiting time is nothing but mu into mu minus lambda. Okay. Mu is nothing but 6. Then again mu is equal to 6. Lambda is equal to minus. So 6 into 6 minus 5. That is nothing but 15 minutes. So you should keep in mind that average waiting time is equal to mu into mu minus lambda. Mu into mu minus lambda. Mu is nothing but arrival rate. Mu is nothing but arrival rate. Sorry, lambda is nothing but arrival rate. Mu is nothing but service rate. Okay. Then the next question, 11.5. The word Kanban. The word Kanban. The word Kanban is most appropriately associated with. The word Kanban is most appropriately associated with what? Economic ordering quantity, just-in-time production, capacity planning, product design. Okay, so the word Kanban is most appropriately associated with just-in-time production. The word Kanban is most appropriately associated with just-in-time production, JIT. Okay? Okay. Listen, the question number 11.8, 1 mark. The demand and forecast for February. The demand and forecast for February are 12,000 and 10,270. Demand is 12,000. Forecast is 10,275 respectively. Using simple exponential smoothing method. Using single exponential smoothing method. Forecast for the month of March. Okay. Using single exponential smoothing method. That is nothing but smoothing coefficient is equal to 0.25. So using single exponential smoothing method, forecast for the month of March is how much? So 11.8. This is correct. Okay. Here forecast for February is given 10,275. Demand for February is equal to 12,000. Smoothing coefficient is equal to 0.25. So the forecast for the next period. Okay. Forecast for the next period is given by FT is equal to alpha into D minus 1 plus 1 minus alpha. Okay. So 0.25. This is nothing but smoothing coefficient. 0.25 into 12,000 minus 1. Okay. Right. So if you put this value here, the forecast for the month of March is equal to 10,076. Okay. So this is the answer, 11.8. So C is the answer. Okay. C is the answer. So the demand and forecast for February is 12,000. The demand is 12,000 and forecast is 10,275 respectively. Using single exponential smoothing method or smoothing coefficient, forecast for the month of March. Forecast for the month of March is equal to 10,076. The Little's law is a relationship. Little's law is a relationship between what is that? There are 4 answers given. Little's law is a relationship between waiting time and length of queue in a queuing system. Okay, waiting time and length of queue in a queuing system. So Little's law is a relationship. Little's law is a relationship between waiting time and the length of queue. Waiting time and length of queue. So B is the answer. Okay. Then 11.10. 11.10. Vehicle manufacturing assembly line. Vehicle manufacturing assembly line is an example of vehicle manufacturing assembly line is an example of answer A, product line, product layout, process layout, manual layout, fixed layout. Okay, we will check the answer 11.10. Yeah, okay, A is option A is correct. Vehicle manufacturing assembly line. Basically, vehicle manufacturing assembly line is an example of product layout. Okay, so we should keep in mind that vehicle manufacturing assembly line is an example of product layout, a product oriented layout. So, a vehicle manufacturing line is an example of product layout. A product layout or product oriented layout is appropriate for producing one standardized product, usually in large value. So, what is product layout means? It is used for producing one standardized product, usually in large volume. Okay, each unit of output requires the same sequence of operations from beginning to end. Okay, so each unit of output requires the same sequence of operations from beginning to end. So 11.10 we've seen it. Now add it next. Simplex methods. 11.11. Listen 11.11. Simplex method of solving linear programming problem. Simplex method of solving linear programming problem uses all the points in the feasible region, only the corner points of the feasible region, intermediates of the infeasible region, only the interior points in the feasible region. So simplex method in linear programming. Okay, in linear programming there is a method used simplex method. That is uses what type of points? Okay, so the answer is D. 11.11 is D. We'll check the answer. Okay, so 11.11. T is correct. Okay, only the interior points in the feasible region. So simplex method in linear programming problem uses. So simplex method provides an algorithm. Simplex method provides an algorithm which consists in moving from one point of the region of feasible solutions to another in such a manner that the value of the objective function at the succeeding points is less than the preceding. The procedure of jumping from one point to another point is then repeated. Since the number of points is finite, the method leads to an optimal point in a finite number of steps. Therefore, simplex method uses only the interior points. Okay, simplex method uses only the interior points in the feasible region. Okay. Shall we go the question number level? Listen, common data for question number 14 and question number 15. 4 jobs are to be processed. 4 jobs are to be processed on a machine as per data listed in the table. 4 jobs are to be processed on a machine as per data listed in the table. Processing time, due date, okay, for job number, there are 4 jobs. 1, 2, 3, processing time in days, 4 for job number 4. For job number 1, processing time in days, 4 days. For job number 2, processing time 7 days. For job number 3, for processing time is 2 days. For job number 4, processing time is 8 days. Due date, for job number 1, 6. For job number 2, 9. For job number 3, 19. For job number 4, 17. If the earliest due date, the rule is used to sequence jobs. If the earliest due date, the rule is used to sequence the job, the number of job delayed is how much? Okay. Then, using the shortest processing time, the total tardiness how much? So, shall we see the answer for question number? So, what is the first question? 11.14. If the earliest due date rule is used to sequence the jobs, if the earliest due date rule is used to sequence the job, the number of jobs delayed is option C, isn't? In the earliest due date rule, the jobs will be in sequence according to the earliest due dates. In the earliest due date rule, the jobs will be in sequence. According to their earliest due dates. Processing time. So, listen. Days, due date 6, 9, 17, 19. So, they are ordered according to the due date. First one is very less due date 6, then 9, then 17, then 19. Okay. So, one jobs changing 1, 2, 4, 3. Then operation start 0. Okay. We'll produce a new column operation start, operation end. Okay. So, operation of 0 means 0 plus processing time, so 4. Then operation start is 4. 4 plus 7 equal to 11. Then operation start 11. 11 plus 8 is equal to 19. Then 19 is operation start. 19 plus 2, 21. So we see from the table job 2, 4, 3 are delayed. So this is due date is 6, but operation ends only 4. Here due date 9, but the operation ends on 11 days. Here, due date is 17, but the operation ends 19. Here, due date 19, operation ends 21. So, these 3 jobs delayed. So, number of jobs delayed is 3. Okay. So, in the earliest due date rule, the jobs will be in sequence according to the earliest due dates. So we see definitely that number of jobs delayed is 3. Then option D. By using the shortest processing time, that is nothing but the earliest due date rule. Here, using the shortest processing time rule. So, what is the total tardiness? Here, job processing time 2, 4. According to the processing time, the jobs are ordered. According to the processing time, the jobs are ordered. 2, 4, 7, 8. Okay. Now, the jobs processing time here, the jobs 2 is less, then 4, then 7, then 8. So, 3, 1, 2, 4. So, processing time is 2, 4, 7, 8. Now, flow time. Flow time divided again, it is classified into two ways. Two ways. One is start, end. Okay. So now start is 0, end is 2 because 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Then again 2. 2 plus 4 equal to 6. Then again 6. 6 plus 17. 6 plus 7, 13. Then 13 plus 8, 21. The due date is 19 as given. Okay, pa? So tardiness. So tardiness. Here end is 2. Okay, pa? But due date is 19. So there is no tardiness. Here end is 6. Due date also 6. So there is no tardiness. Here end is 13. Flow time ends only in 13 days. But here due is 9 days. So 9 minus 13 means 4 days is tardiness. Here the end is in 21 days. Whereas the due date is how much? 17. So here also tardiness is. So 4 plus 4 equal to 8. Okay? Do you understand? 11.15. Okay? So using the shortest processing time rule, total tardiness is equal to 4 plus 4, 8. Okay? This is the answer. Here, the number of jobs delayed according to the earliest due date. So how much we saw? 3. Okay? Next, question number 11.16. Here, question number 11.16. The expected time of a PET activity. Okay, PET activity in terms of optimistic time TO, pessimistic time TP, and most likely time TI. Okay, is given by. So the expected time TE, okay, most likely time and the optimistic time. Okay, okay. What is the answer? TE plus 4TO. Okay, expected time TE, expected time plus optimist time. So shall we see the answer? 11.16. Okay. Option A is correct. Okay, optimistic time plus 4 into most likely time plus TP by 6. Okay. Oh, so the expected time of the activity. The expected time of the activity duration can be approximated. The expected time of the activity duration can be approximated as the arithmetic mean. So finally we get T is equal to TO is nothing but optimistic time. So you should keep in mind. Okay, TO means optimistic time. Then 4T. TP is nothing but pessimistic time. Then TI means most, we take the TM, most likely time. So TO, optimistic time, plus 4 into TM plus TP by 6. Okay? Right. Okay. So you should keep in mind that expected time is what? Is nothing but TO plus TO is nothing but the optimistic time plus 4 into TM, most likely time. 4 TM plus TP, pessimistic time. Okay? Pessimistic time by 6. Okay? Okay. Next, 11.17. Which of the following forecasting methods? Which of the following forecasting methods takes a fraction forecast error into account? Which of the following forecasting methods takes a fraction of forecast error into account for the next period forecast? Okay? Which of the following forecasting methods takes a fraction of forecast error into account for the next period of forecast? The answers given: simple average method, moving average method, weighted moving average method, exponential smoothing method. Shall we see the answer? 11.17. Here, option D is correct. What is the method? Exponential smoothing method of forecast. Exponential method of forecasting. Exponential method of forecasting takes a fraction of forecast error. Exponential smoothing method. Exponential smoothing method of forecasting. Exponential smoothing method of forecasting takes a fraction of forecast error. Takes a fraction of forecast error into account for the next period of forecast. So exponential smoothing method. Okay, you should keep in mind. Okay, the exponential smoothing coefficient always lies between 0 to 1. Okay, the exponential smoothing method always lies 0 to 1. No. 11.17. So, which are the following forecasting? 11.17, see it. Which are the following forecasting methods? Which are the following forecasting method takes a fraction of forecast error? Which are the following forecasting method takes a fraction of forecast error into account? Which are the following forecasting methods takes a fraction of forecast error into account for the next period forecast? Which are the following forecasting methods takes a fraction of forecast error into account for the next period forecast? Now that is nothing but what is that bar? Exponential smoothing method. Okay. Next, see the question number 11.19, 11.18. A company uses 2,555 units of an item. A company uses 2,555 units of an item annually. Delivery lead time is 8 days. Delivery lead time ஒரு 8.15 வை. நான் இன்னைக்கு ஒரு அரை மணி நேரம் கழிச்சு தரேன். குடிக்க தண்ணி. A company uses 2,555 units of an item annually. Delivery lead time is 8 days. The reorder point to achieve optimum inventory. Okay, a company uses 2,555 units of an item annually. The delivery lead time is 8 days. நீ ஒரு 10 நிமிஷம் படிக்க முடியுமா எனக்கு? A company uses 2,555 units of an item annually. Delivery lead time is 8 days. The reorder point to achieve optimum inventory. 11.18. Okay, Abba? Hmm. Let me listen. 11.36. 11.36. In an MRP system, component demand in an MRP system, component demand is in an MRP system, component demand is what is that? A. Forecasted. B. Established by the master production schedule. C. Calculated by the MRP system for the calculated by the MRP system from the master production schedule. D. Ignored. So what is the answer? 11.36. Component demand is what? Option C. Okay, option C. MRP, material requirement planning. MRP, material requirement planning, is a computational technique. MRP is nothing but another material requirement planning. MRP function is a computational technique. MRP function is a computational technique with the help of which the master schedule for end products is converted into detailed schedule for raw materials and components used in the end product. Okay, so input to MRP, what are they? What are they? Input to MRP. What is MRP? Material requirement planning. Okay, so in order to have a good MRP, what are the inputs needed? One is master production schedule. Second one is bill of materials. Third one is inventory records relating to raw materials. Inventory records relating to raw material. Okay. So input to MRP, master production schedule, bill of materials, inventory records relating to raw materials. So as far as the question number 11.36 is concerned, option C is correct. Okay, component 11.36. Okay, in an MRP system, listen, in an MRP system, component demand is calculated by the MRP system from the master production schedule. Calculated by the MRP system from the master production schedule. Calculated by the MRP, material requirement planning, from the master production schedule. In an MRP system, component demand. In an MRP system, component demand is calculated by the MRP system from the master production schedule. Okay, so 11.36. C is the answer. Which one is the answer? C is the answer. Okay. There are so many problems to be asked in industrial engineering. Okay. Okay. Question number, let's see the question number 11.44. 11.44. An assembly activity. An assembly activity is represented. An assembly activity is represented on an operation process chart by the symbol operation chart. This is the O. Okay, pa? O. D means delay. Okay, D means delay. O means O, operation. Okay, so you see the answer 11.44. Okay, pa? The in operation process chart, an assembly activity is represented by the symbol O. Is represented by the symbol O. Very good. So 11.44. Okay. Next, we will see the question number 11.54. In PERT analysis, a critical activity has what? In PERT analysis, a critical analysis has what? Maximum float, zero float, minimum cost, maximum cost. In PERT analysis, a critical activity has maximum float, zero float, maximum cost, minimum cost. What is the answer? Okay, let us check. 11.54. I think it may be the answer B. 11.54. Okay, option B. Okay, zero float. PET means what is that? Program evaluation and review technique. Okay, program evaluation and review technique uses event-oriented networks. Okay, so PET is nothing but program evaluation. You should keep in mind PET means program evaluation and review technique. PET, program evaluation and review technique, uses event-oriented network. Event-oriented network in which successive events are joined by arrows. Float. What is float? PET, you know very well. What is PET? Program evaluation and review technique. Program evaluation and review technique uses event-oriented network in which successive events are joined by arrows. What is float? Float is the difference between the maximum time available. Float is the difference between maximum time available to perform the activity and the activity duration. In PET, okay, so float is nothing but what is float? Float is the difference between the maximum time available, to perform the activity and the activity duration. In PET analysis, critical activity. In PET analysis, a critical activity has zero float. Okay. In PET analysis, critical activity is zero float. Okay. Next. Somebody see the question number 11.63. The symbol used for transport. The symbol used for transport in work study. The symbol used for the symbol used for transport in our state. What is it? The symbol used for transport. 11.63. The symbol used for transport. The symbol used for transport in work study. The symbol used for transport in work study is and. Okay, the symbol used for transport in work study is nothing but and. So you should keep in mind 11.63. The symbol used for transport in work study is nothing but and. And is the answer. Okay, you should not say simply see that transport. So definitely T. No, and okay. These are all problems. Okay, we will see later. Okay. Let me see the question number 11.71. The standard time of an operation. The standard time of an operation while conducting a time study. The standard time of an operation while conducting a time study is nothing but what? The standard time is nothing but what? 11.71. Shall you see the answer? Okay. Okay. So we just see the answer. Option B. Standard time is nothing but normal time plus allowance. Okay, ba? Standard time is equal to normal time plus allowance. So you should keep in mind that standard time is nothing but normal time plus allowance. 11.71. Okay, ba? Okay. Let me see the question number 11.70. Please see that. Question number 11.70. The principles of motion economy are mostly used while conducting. The principles of motion economy are mostly used while conducting. The principles of motion economy are mostly used while conducting a method study of an operation, a time study of an operation, a financial appraisal of an operation, a feasibility study of proposed manufacturing. Which is correct? Let us see the answer. 11.70. Sabi, see the answer. The principle of motion economy, principle of motion economy, the principle of motion economy are used while conducting a method study of an operation. The principle of motion economy, the principle of motion economy are used while conducting a method study of an operation. The principle of motion economy are used while conducting a method study of an operation. Okay. Method study consists the sequence of operations. Method study consists the sequence of operations. Method study consists the sequence of operations which are performing on a machine. From the sequencing, the ideal time of the machine reduced to a certain amount. And the operation becomes faster and smooth. Also, the productivity of the plant increases by the principle of motion economy. Okay, so the principles of motion economy are used while conducting a method study of an operation. Okay, 11.70. Okay. Okay. Question number 11.77. Production flow analysis. Production flow analysis is a method of identifying part families. Production flow analysis is a method of identifying part families. Production flow analysis is a method of identifying part families that uses data from. Production flow analysis is a method of identifying part families that uses data from engineering drawing, production schedule, bill of materials, route sheets. Production flow analysis is a method of identifying part families. So, shall we see the answer? Production flow analysis is a method of identifying part families that uses data from either engineering drawing, production schedule, bill of materials, route sheets. Option D is correct. Production flow analysis is a comprehensive method. Production flow analysis is a comprehensive method for material analysis. Production flow analysis is a comprehensive method for material analysis. What is production flow analysis? Production flow analysis is a comprehensive method for material analysis. Part family formation, design of manufacturing cells, and facility layout design. These information are taken from route sheet. Route sheet. Those informations are taken from the route sheet. Okay, so 11.77 is the route sheet. Okay. So production flow analysis is a method of identifying part families that uses data from root sheets. Okay. You should keep in mind root sheets. Next question, 11.78. Please see it. When using a simple moving average method to forecast demand, one would what? A. Give equal weight to all demand data. Assign more weight to the recent demand data. Include new demand data in the average without discarding include new demand LED. Okay. So which one is the correct method? 11.78. Option D is correct. The moving the simple moving average method can be used if the underlying demand pattern is stationary. The simple moving average method can be used if the underlying demand pattern is stationary. This method includes a new demand in the sum of the earlier. Okay. Okay. 11.78. Okay. Good. Okay. So all this question number, see question 11.62. A company produces two types of toys. P and Q. Production time of Q is twice that of P. And the company has a maximum 2000 time units per day. Okay. A company produces two types of toys, P and Q. Production time of Q is twice that of P, and the company has a maximum of 2000 time units per day. The supply of raw material is just sufficient. To produce 1500 toys per day. Toy type Q requires an electric switch which is available at 600 pieces per day only. The company makes a profit of rupees 3 and rupees 5 on type P and Q respectively. For maximization of profits, the daily production quantities of P and Q toys should respectively be. Okay, we will see this in next class. Okay. Then see the question number 11.55. For a product, the forecast and the actual sales for December. For a product, the forecast and the actual sales for December 2002 were 25 and 20 respectively. For a product, the forecast and the actual sales for December 2002 were 25 and 20 respectively. If the exponential smoothing constant is taken as 0.2, okay, we have already seen the exponential smoothing constant 0.2. Then forecast sales. Then forecast sales for January 2003 would be. Forecast sales for January 2003 would be how much? We will see this type of question also in the second. Okay. Here, there are 11 points. Question number, please read the question number 11.56. There are two products, P and Q. with the following characteristics. There are two products P and Q with the following characteristics. Product P, product Q. Okay, then the table is given. What do they ask is the economic ordering quantity of products P and Q will be in the ratio. The economic ordering quantity of products P and Q will be in the ratio. Okay, we will see this type of questions also in the future. Okay, next class. So many problems are available. Okay, so many problems are available in the questions. We will see one by one. Okay. Okay. We will see next class in industrial engineering. We will see the what questions. In this class, we saw only the theory questions. Okay. In next class, we will see problems. Okay. We will see problems one by one. Okay. Okay. We have seen very well that CPM means critical path method. Okay. But CPM means critical path method. Then arrival rate is derived according to Poisson distribution. Okay. Keep in mind arrival rate according to Poisson distribution. Service rate is arrived according to exponential smoothing method. Okay. Okay, Rambi. With this, we will stop with our class. Next class, we will see the industrial engineering problems. Okay, industrial engineering problems. Okay. Thank you. With this, okay, we will stop with our class. Then we will see next class for industrial engineering problems. Okay.